All right, coming up to a middleweight fight here. Let me see. I'll be curious to see what you think on this one, man. Ian the Hurricane Heinisch, 14-3, taking on Brendan All-In Allen, 15-3. Ian Heinisch has been training out at the Genesis Academy. He does some cross training with the UFC PI, Extreme Couture, things like that. They call him the Hurricane for a reason. Dude's got high output. He's hard to keep down. He defends takedowns pretty well. He does get down, but you can't really keep him down because he's just really physically strong. His striking is coming along. You've seen him kind of sit down on his punches a little bit more lately. He's got that most recent knockout win over Gerald Meerschaert that really kind of woke everybody up. But he's taken on Brendan Allen, who's a really high-level streaking UFC prospect right now. Everybody's really excited about this kid. Grappling wizard. He's going to be the bigger guy in the cage on Saturday. He trains out of Sanford MMA, and it looks like he's been doing some work with Derek Brunson, who's the guy that just took a win off of Ian Heinisch in his last fight. So he's going to have that inside path. I mean, I want to know what you feel about this, man. If you train with somebody who just fought your opponent, how much does that help you?
You know, I've done it a time or two, and I don't think it helps all that much. It doesn't. It helps with confidence. You definitely go into the, I trained with the guy who fought this guy, definitely going to win. But it doesn't always pay off that way. Because in the Brunson fight's far different than he will. And so it's I don't know if that helps all that much except for confidence.
Okay, fair enough. Do you have any information on either of these guys? Have you watched them fight recently, or have any tips on them?
Yeah, I wish I could give you a better read on him. I have seen him, but I don't know. I don't know either of them well enough to really make a great bet on him. I'll probably see what the odds are, and I might use them to help a little parlay. Just throw them in on one of my weaker parlays.
Okay, there you go. So this one, it's basically a straight pick 'em. We opened up with Brendan Allen, the younger, bigger of the two, kind of like we talked about before. He was a much bigger favorite, and it's basically been all Ian Heinisch money to drive this thing down to a pick 'em price. And I'll be honest with you, man. The bookmakers get paid to set these lines the right way. Everyone's telling us by the money coming in on Ian Heinisch that this should be a closer fight. If you got Ian Heinisch at plus 150 or something like that, I think that's a half decent bet, having a juicy line like that on an underdog. But now that we're getting down to even money, or if Brendan Allen flips and becomes a slight underdog, I think that's the way that I'm going to look here. Kind of like I said, he's younger, he's bigger, he's stronger. And even though Ian is hard to hold down, I feel like Brendan's one of those guys that can like flow. You know what I mean? He'll get on top of him. He'll get to the back. He'll sink the hooks in. It'll be really tough for Ian to shake this type of a kid off and just get back up to his feet. So even though Ian might be the better striker of the two, I don't know if that's really going to help out too much in this particular spot.
Right. No, all that makes sense to me.